Actually, you know what? You want to hear a funny story? I've actually had that happen once.
I'm a flight risk. I don't think they're ready for the shit. Take a flight to Cali for the bid. They don't ever wanna see me win. That's a lot of conversation. See me going.
I like the energy so
Hell
far.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Really, I mean, even though I had the times wrong, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Dude,
But
I totally forgot about that. You thought the whole world was in your time zone.
right, right.
Yeah.
I was like, now I gotta say your 1 o'clock or my 1 o'clock because I gotta make
Right. Okay, so for those of you who don't know about Amara, we're gonna ask her some questions in regards to her music so we can gain a little bit of insight ahead of time. What kind of artist would you classify yourself as?
I am I am very lyrical in my rap. I'm a storyteller. I like to when it comes to my rap, I like to tell a lot of stories. When it comes to my singing though, I like to keep it very sweet and soulful. I like to, grab them by the hearts and, captivate them with my singing. But the rap is very hard. Like I like to really spit my stuff. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
but
No,
that's how I describe myself.
you can curse. I don't care.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
It's like no.
yeah. You had like a whole list. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Check, check, check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. When did you officially start pursuing music?
About 4, 5 years ago, I took it serious. I was starting to go into like the studio and working with people, features, and letting people manage me, sign me, and all of that. Yeah, about 4, 5 years ago. But I've been
Okay.
doing it since I was a child, so
Mm-hmm.
but professionally 4 to 5 years ago.
Okay. And what would you say are some of your greatest music accomplishments?
Ooh, that's a good one. Um, Honestly, being able to perform in the booth and perform in live exactly the same. Like that was a battle for me. I was always
Yeah.
winded, shaky voice, like, woo, we're not gonna talk about the past,
Yeah.
but I came a long way. But yeah, learning to perform live, like how the studio mixes are, that was like that was the biggest accomplishment I've ever had. I'm sorry.
No, you're no, that is a big deal. Like a
Yeah,
million percent. Like, um, there's only a small percent of people that can do what you do, and then
yeah,
out of those people, there's only a small percent of people that can be themselves. So
yes, yes,
you're
truly.
you're in some rarefied air. Um, okay, so now that we have a little bit of insight, I'd like to dig a little bit deeper with music. You were actually touching on it a bit, but it's one of my favorite aspects is, well, at least when it comes to music, is the interpretation aspect, because regardless of how you as an artist mean to send your message or portray yourself, people
Hmm.
will receive it in their own way, right?
Yeah,
And how people receive that message is super fascinating to me because for the most part it's unpredictable.
right.
You never truly know how someone will absorb your music. You just create it with a hope
Hmm.
in mind.
Yeah.
Um, so, with that being said, what message are you sending when people listen to your music? And do people receive it in the way you would hope?
The message I always try to send is to be different or be yourself. And in that, what I mean is, embrace what you go through and use it the best to your ability. Like, don't try to run away from your past or be somebody you not to fit in type stuff. And I feel like it does for the most part because I get a lot of feedback. And a lot of people tell me, you're very different. I get weird sometimes, but I don't know what they mean.
Yeah.
Um, but I feel like it does for the most part. Just because I keep it very vague, when I write, because I
Hmm.
want them to understand, I mean what I say. Like when I say, stay different. And like I try to make it simple and not too complex so it's not hard to understand. Yeah, I feel like it gets conveyed very the way I want it to. I've never had anybody, question me, does this mean something? Actually, you know what? You want to hear a funny story? I've actually had that happen once.
I'm ready.
Okay. So, in my song New Flex, one of my it's like a dance song or whatever,
Hmm.
and I was performing it one time, and this DJ was like, "Yeah, but I gotta ask you, like, you said, New Flex, nice neck, right?" So look, I had to like, hold on. I know y'all out here saying whatever y'all want in y'all music, but don't bring that over here. But nah, I had to clarify. I meant jewelry. I
Yeah, I was
meant
about to.
jewelry. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
I
the
mean,
one time I had to clarify.
yeah, I mean, maybe it's confusing where necklaces go. I don't know. Uh, yeah, um,
Oh man, you talking about some? So you got nice. And I was like, see, you reaching, and
bro,
you're
he is
reaching for
reaching.
that.
He is reaching. It's him. He's
Sure.
misinterpreting that shit just to flirt. That's crazy.
Probably, but it didn't. He didn't do well on that one because I was offended. I was like, "I'm gonna say,
he was
kids
reaching to get
listen
from
to
point
my
A to
music.
point
Why
B.
would I say something like that?"
That yeah. Yeah, no, as a dude, I'm pretty sure yeah, I'm pretty sure that was just him trying to go from
Okay,
point A to point B, you know?
thank you, Jake, thank you.
Yeah,
So
you're
we on the
welcome.
same side. See, this is why we here,
Dude,
because you know
girl power, bruh. We out here.
we out here.
Dude, I'm the president
Oh man.
of girl town.
I think you will be very I would nominate you if there was a poll. Vote for Jake. Bumper
Yeah.
sticker and everything. You don't even have to know what's going on. Just vote for him.
Bro, girl town is gonna be lit. I promise.
Man, tell me about it.
As well, so as far as people receiving your message, I know you said for the most part they receive it and interpret it in the way that you would hope for, but let's say that wasn't the case. Let's say um, all of a sudden people started receiving it in a way that you didn't intend, right? Do you
Mhm.
think that would cause you to change your message or maybe waver from yourself in order to capitulate to those people?
Um, I would really just think I wouldn't change. I maybe would just like make it more as blunt as I could get it. Cause I couldn't change. I've tried. It just don't work.
Yeah, it's not natural.
It
Yeah.
doesn't work. So that would be very hard for me if it would be hard on me too though if people weren't getting the message. I would be like, I don't don't know. I might just stop. I might just stop doing music if that was the case, because I couldn't imagine that. That would be so stressful. You know,
Yeah,
something you work on and then you put it out there and then everybody's like, uh, going direction. Like, I will be like, I try to put road signs up,
yeah,
point this way, not that way. I would try really, really hard to get them to see what I see, but if they don't, after a time, I probably just stop
mm-hmm.
because it'll be hard to change completely. Like,
Right. I mean, much less hard. It's probably not possible.
right, right. If they miss
Yes.
it, they missing it.
Well, I mean, that's interesting because as you were saying that, I was thinking in terms of music and I guess like what drives people and
Hmm.
I guess the listener is probably the most important part. Because regardless of you making your music, I
Hmm.
feel like one of the most important parts of music is sharing it. And so
Oh
when you share music, now all of a sudden, it is like it does take two to tango,
yeah,
so
definitely,
now your listener is equally as important as you are in that situation.
definitely.
Okay, so um I know I sing like a little bit and you heard it.
A little
Um
bit. First of all, I ain't even going. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm stopping you because I felt like you was gonna say something like that. No, we're not gonna sit here and bypass. Like, you don't sound like you done had years. A little. You sing better than me.
no, I do not. That's
Shoot,
bullshit.
shoot.
Nah,
If it wasn't for you telling me that you like, and me actually going back and watching the video, reading the caption, and you stated that it was you singing, I would have been like,
no way. Yeah.
because of just meeting you
Uh-huh.
wholeheartedly, like, you just it would shock so many people
Yeah,
because,
well,
like, you do not give that type of be singing like that. Like, you got like a treasure box like in your throat, if that makes sense. Cause it's like, dang, you don't even talk how you sing. Like,
I did.
not a little. He sings a lot of bit. He sings a
Yeah.
lot. Not a little bit. Nothing little about that.
Yeah. Yo, that's
Don't let
that
him psych y'all out. He's a whole professional singer here.
uh, that is the nicest shit anybody's ever said about me singing.
You're
I
welcome.
super appreciate that.
You're
And
welcome.
look, if there is treasure in there, I'm sharing it with you. Okay? Because
Okay.
we in it together. People think that other people are thinking about them, you know,
Yeah.
all the time. When 99% of the time they're not. Like you
They're
think that that person's looking at you, they're not. They're like spaced out, thinking about what
not.
video game they're gonna play. You know,
Right.
don't get me wrong. Okay, there are times where you should feel judged and
Yeah.
ashamed for things that you do. Okay,
Hmm.
because obviously, if you do something bad,
Oh yeah.
you know, that's that's how you should feel. Um, But if you know you're not doing anything bad, if you're just doing you, if you're just singing, you're just whatever, there should be no shame, you know?
Yeah.
Um, and I mean, that's how I got this podcast is I just reached out to random ass people and then I got one.
And look
No
at you
shame.
now. You living
Hell
life.
yeah. We out here sharing treasure and shit.
Right.
We're gonna go meet the chipmunks.
Right. And get signed.
Yes.
Oh man.
Dude, and now I'm like the governor of Girl Town. Like, bro, we out here right
Right.
now.
Right. You out here just making moves. That's crazy. I wish I had your confidence. Jeez.
I, d- I, d- I don't even know if it's that, to be honest. I think it's just like not caring.
Yeah.
Uh, like um if I ask myself how confident I am, I I don't think yeah, I don't think my kind of reckless abandon comes from confidence.
Mm,
I think it comes more from just not caring what people think because at the end of the day, one thing I always remind myself is there's 7 to 8 billion people on this planet. Okay?
hmm.
Why do I give a shit what one of them thinks? You know what I
Right.
like that makes zero sense.
Yeah.
There's so many people like I don't mean to look and I'm not even trying to sound like a jerk or whatever or like people don't matter because obviously people
Hmm.
matter. But
Yeah.
people come and go, you know, and like that's part of it. And if you remind yourself how many people are on the planet, you know, it's pretty easy to realize like I really shouldn't just trip over one of them.
Hmm.
Yeah. Uh
Definitely.
yeah,
I
so I would totally do that. I would totally email 8 billion people and say hop on this podcast.
hell yeah. I think I used to be like that, and honestly, it's so that's why I said when when you're around certain individuals, when they don't like they self and you start being around them, it's like so easy to fall in that like not liking yourself and
Yeah.
think about little things like me.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I was younger, I didn't care what people say, but after being around individuals that were so critical of themselves versus like I kind of like it rubbed off on me, and I can really like admit that stuff now because I'm getting out of those type of ways again. It's a pain, but it's like I did it to myself. Like I should have stayed, who I was honestly, and I'm okay, and I thank you for saying that because you're kind of confirming to me what I've known all along, and that is just be myself and not care, you know.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
Of course. I'm not like too religious or anything. I know it probably like sounds like I am or whatever, the whole like blessing thing, but
Right.
uh honestly, my kind of like unbiased thoughts on it. So I used to go to church and I actually had a bad experience.
Mm,
My uncle was gay, and when he passed away, they were like they were trying to tell me and my cousins and my family that like our uncle wasn't going to heaven and like yeah, it was so fucked up. Okay, and I was maybe like 12. Like I was not ready for that. Like I was not equipped for that. And
no.
so yeah, so then I'd stop going to church and stuff. But I'm open-minded in that regard, you know. I actually think I think religion is super interesting. My grandma, she is one of the most religious people I know, and she's the best person I know. And
Mm,
I don't think that's a coincidence. Regardless what it takes for you to treat every day like a blessing and to appreciate every day. Like
mhm,
I don't care what it takes. I don't care if it's like near death situations or religion or you know like everyone has their own way of getting to a point where they appreciate every day more.
mhm.
And I'm not saying that the vehicle that gets you there is what matters. It's just getting there.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. Yeah. Wow. That's one hell of a story. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you were very quiet.
I was.
Um,
I've got. I'm drinking Mountain Dew right now.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Mayor of Girltown's got to stay caffeinated and shit.
Caffeinated. I was about to grab my Red Bull. I was about to say, we
No.
got caffeine.
Well, let's
Oh,
go. Okay.
but I honestly, me too. I've had bad experiences in church as well, but it didn't necessarily scare me away from God. I honestly was pulled closer to Him, getting out of this toxic relationship I just got out of. And honestly, I can't say nothing pulled me out of that but Him. And like even talking to you now, like even still being able to do all that I'm doing, I had to leave a lot of things behind in my hometown and moving up here in Jersey. So I didn't have equipment, I didn't have anything to do anything that I wanted to do. Started my business, I was broke. Like so
Mm-hmm.
for it to now be up and running and I have equipment. Thank God to like my dad and my mentor who was my vocal coach. Like she ended up wanting to manage me now. It's like things like that. Like I wouldn't think it would have happened. I thought that it was the end for Queen Omara. But truly, like I can say I'm a high believer in God. I will talk about God anytime I want to talk about him, and he has definitely changed my perspective because the church I came from was judgmental. They wouldn't like when people come in there with jeans and this, and it's just like, why does it even matter what they have on? What if that's all they got? They come in here to get their
Right.
word, go home. Who knows what they going through?
Yeah.
Like, and God even said, "Don't judge nobody," and
Right.
y'all doing it. What you mean? Like,
Yeah.
I love
Honestly,
you
that makes
all
like zero sense to me. Like I said,
exactly.
like how you get to church or what you're wearing. You know what I mean? Like none of that matters. It's the fact that you're.
Nothing.
It's just the fact that you're sitting there and you're listening.
Exactly.
If you
And
like, if
even,
you're invested in it, like
mm-hmm.
that's all people should ask for.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's it's crazy, and I don't like people who be halfway in, halfway out either. Those people who preach the word and then don't really
Yeah.
live
Yeah.
by it. Like you can't be halfway, you can't be halfway good, halfway bad. You gotta pick a side, like I've had to bite my tongue and stop fighting and stop doing certain things because I knew like maybe I'm not being blessed because like okay, I'll tell you a little like the relationship I just got out of. Like how am I sitting here in my music telling women don't put up with this and you should, and I'm on the internet preaching to females like you can't do that. Don't be letting a man do this and do that, and then here I go in abusive relationships, physical, verbal, and I'm allowing this, and now I'm telling other people like
Yeah.
yeah, don't put up with that. Like, who am I to say anything? Like it literally when I got out of it, I had to like really just thank God because I was like, oh, I see what you're trying to do. Like, I feel like his whole message is to take care of yourself and then take care of people.
Hmm.
That's the whole I and faith, believing in something good,
Yeah.
believing that you can actually live good and live and help others. Like I think that's the whole reason behind God. And it's sad because it's like a lot of people they think that it is simple living a whatever life. I don't really put a religion name on me because that's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. I believe in
Hmm.
one God and that's it, but it's sad to see that because the one thing like what you said about your uncle, if he wasn't gay, right, what would that change?
Right.
He
Right.
was still a
Makes
good
no sense.
person, I'm sure.
Right. He was. He was.
So it wouldn't,
That's
it
yeah.
doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't make sense to me when I was 12. It doesn't make sense to me now that I'm 21. It
That's crazy. And I know he's in heaven. I could tell you that.
yeah.
Like,
Me too.
knowing you, if he came from your family and you're already telling me your grandma was nice and you're nice, I can already imagine. I already know he up there, legs probably crossed, with talking to God like, yeah, they doubted me, but I'm here. Like, what you mean? What you
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, uh,
Yeah.
man,
He's about to make like a diss track. Yeah.
right. And God probably in the back like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Doing the ad libs and shit. Yeah.
this whole hype man.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that.
Oh man, yeah, definitely. Honestly, you can't be a child of God and think that you can judge somebody. Honestly, one thing I try not to do. Honestly, I may see some people walk down the street and be like, now you now you and then I'll say, God, I'm gonna pray for them. I'm gonna just pray. That's all I'm gonna
Mhm.
do. I stop myself cuz like unless it's something that I've been through, I will be like, now that's something I would not commend you do,
Mhm.
like being abusive, or like I'm not saying I was abusive, but for a while I didn't know how to speak to people. Like I was very quick tempered, and I just some people would just hit my nerve, and I'd be like, boom. But I stopped doing that. Honestly, I no one could say, yeah, she blew up on me, and I don't even know what I did.
Yeah. Um. I mean, that's kind of. I guess that's how I think. Most of the time is
Mhm.
I just think like in 2 hours, what am I gonna feel about this? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
am I
yeah,
gonna feel like I was an asshole?
yeah,
Am I gonna regret what like? So I always ask myself that before I say something, or
yeah.
so
That's a great trait to have, Jake. You know, a lot of people at our age, it takes
yeah.
years to get that. Like, that's a great trait to have. I can't even say, "Oh, I'm on the same page with you," because I would be lying to you if I thought about every single thing I said. Sometimes I get goofy, and I also I
Yeah.
suffer
Yeah.
from this impulsive thing. So I kind of sometimes be. Yeah,
That's
I'll do
that's
that. Yeah,
not
I
bad.
got you. You want some candles? I
Yeah.
got you. Knowing damn well I gotta be in VA in like 2 hours. Like, so, like with you, like honestly, I know you probably were so upset. I will say this on the podcast, like how many times we rescheduled for the
Yeah.
testing, because I was like, just put it on your calendar. Just put it
Yeah.
on your calendar. I literally kept telling myself that, and before you know it, I'm already like in Richmond. You hit me. I was like, he did say that. Like,
And-
oh, I just felt so bad.
no, you're good. You're good. No, okay. Well, yeah. So, look,
You're like, well,
I
okay.
no, no. I want to make it. I guess I just want to make it clear. Like I appreciate to spend time with you. Period. It doesn't matter what day it is or how scheduled it is.
Mhm.
I don't care about that.
I
Um.
appreciate that.
Uh-huh. And then as far as um what you were saying about like focusing on yourself and working on yourself to help other people.
Mhm.
Um I feel like there's a misconception there. Like a lot of people think that they're being selfless because they're not focusing on themselves
Yeah.
and they're just focusing on other people. And I mean, the principle behind it, like the idea of it is selfless, but usually the result is counterproductive
Yeah.
because if you don't if you don't work on you and you try to help other people, like you're just you're giving them like a half-ass version of yourself.
Yeah.
And so how much are you helping them? How selfless are you actually being?
Mm,
And people don't realize that like
that's
who you are matters,
oh yeah.
and how equipped you are for certain situations. Like are you mentally ready to help people?
Right.
And people don't ask themselves that, and they just go around trying to help people and then wonder why everything's getting worse. Eh, eh, I'm not, I'm not pointing fingers, okay? I don't-
I'm pointing all the fingers at myself. It's like nah, but nah, I am definitely one of those. Well, was one of those.
Mhm.
It was draining. I can vouch for that. That is the most draining thing you can do to yourself. If you don't, especially if you're around people who just suck up energy and don't put it back, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
So I was a victim of that for a long time, even with family, like thinking that I could help my mom, raise my mom a little bit. No, like what?
yeah,
I don't even have a house of my own. Like, what do you mean? I don't got money like that. Like, I'm over
yeah,
here just, oh yeah, you need money, here you go. Not even
yeah.
thinking, did I even eat today? What?
Right, right. I feel like, especially with parents, n- people always think like if someone's your dad, that means that they're your father figure, and
Right?
and that's not that's not the case. You know?
We talked about this.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's a
Yeah.
title you earn.
Oh, yes. Yes. Everything though. That's how life
Yeah,
is. Every single thing. Like everything. Everything.
yeah,
I
and
don't
I feel like those are a lot of the toxic relationships too, is where they keep just throwing things in your face that they didn't earn, right?
mm-hmm.
Like you love me. Like why are you doing this to me if you love me? Why are you doing this to me if I'm your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or why are you doing this to me if I'm your dad or your mom? You know? Um
It kind of conditions us to go through that a little bit. Cause like my mom, I love my mom to death, but I learned that like they're their own people.
yeah.
Our parents are someone else's kids who
Hmm.
didn't get all they needed, like at one point in time. And I had to learn that quickly. Like, I love you, mom, but you're a little harsh,
Yeah.
a little not toxic, but Jesus Christ, on all of the things that you used to do and say. Like, you think that's encouraging? Like, no,
Yeah.
no. So I definitely, and then it conditions you for like when you get into the relationships, you're like, well, my mom ain't really say good things to me. Now I'm getting used to this guy saying mean things to me, and then it's like,
You just think it's normal.
right, you do.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, jeez, you just know what exactly is going on in his brain.
No, it's I mean, obviously going through that isn't normal,
No.
but thinking that way is. Cuz the whole idea of something being normal usually comes from something being typical, right?
Yeah.
Something that happens
Hmm.
frequently.
Hmm.
Um and typical is subjective. It depends on who you are and what you're
Yes.
going through. So for you to think that's normal, I mean, of course you're going to think that's normal,
Hmm.
because for you that's how it
That's your
usually is,
normal.
right?
Hmm.
I feel bad for the people that don't get that perspective, because like with my dad, that's what it took for me to like realize how bad it was.
Hmm.
It um I have a stepdad, and I call him my dad, and
Hmm.
it he showed me like the other side of it. You know what I mean? Like if
Right,
I
right.
have an if I didn't have another dad to compare him to,
Mm-hmm.
it it would have I probably would still think like, that's just how it is. Like that's normal.
Right, right.
And so I feel really bad for the people that don't get that
Mm.
perspective, and they never see the other side of the coin, and they
Mm-hmm.
just think that George Washington is on both sides.
Right. Right. Oh man. That's crazy. It's so crazy. Cause it's like just think of how many one-sided minded like one side. Like I couldn't imagine thinking the world in one way. Like as
Hmm.
much as I even try to ignore the other side, I have to
Hmm.
think about it some way, shape, or form.
Hmm.
And it's crazy. Like I really believe in generational curses.
Hmm.
Not per se, I wouldn't say a curse,
Hmm.
but traits, like things that repeat over and over, patterns.
Hmm.
I believe in that because you know, like for me and my family, like no one, I think like maybe two of us went to college. I'm not one of them. None of my brothers are either, but you would think starting a LLC or something like that would, allow, the family to see that you're not just doing anything, but they don't. They just be like, "Oh, that's nice." But because of all the things they've seen growing up, those type of things weren't common. So they just don't even know how to respond towards it. And it's crazy because you would think they would be supportive, but it seems like they don't even care. Like, do you know if I'm a millionaire, I'm gonna buy you a house or something? Do you not
Right,
know?
right.
Like I'm that type of person. Like,
Hmm.
and it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. Like you saying that, I'm sitting here just thinking of all the things that my family does, and it's not even just family, just people in areas. I'm sure it's everywhere, but wow, that is crazy. I ain't gonna think too much on that before I get up.
By all means, nobody's perfect, but
Mhm.
if whoever I talk to and interact with, if I just try to be the best person that I can be,
Mhm.
hopefully if whoever it is, like if they are dealing with bad people in their lives, like hopefully I can be someone they can compare it to,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
someone that can help them realize like, oh, like not everybody's bad.
Right, definitely. I I like that. That is a to be different, is that's a trait that a lot of people can't do. Being
Yeah.
different takes a lot of like to be uncomfortable, like to put yourself in a position where you really have to force yourself because that type of stuff is not learned. Like you have to literally change
Yeah.
yourself, take every power you have and just shift it. Like, ooh.
Yeah. No, I mean, you saying that um like makes me remember like that. I mean, that's literally what it was. Like uh I just I don't even know how to explain it, but
You
it
knew
wasn't
you ain't want to turn out like that. You knew
right.
you had to be.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it was I just told myself like I'm gonna do this, and that's usually where people stop.
Yeah,
Um but it I didn't I it wasn't just like a New Year's resolution that you forget after like 2 weeks. Like
right.
I took it serious. Um because like yeah, you only get to live once.
Yeah,
And I don't understand why people just like I don't know if the word is like disrespect. I don't because I don't think it's intentional, but
hmm
people act like time is limitless
Ooh,
when we all know it's not, you know?
nah, right.
And it's a game where everybody just gets one turn. And so why are you wasting it? Or what? Nah. I don't even know if wasting is that might be harsh, but like people that just go around grumpy and upset and it just I'm not saying I don't understand it because like I get that they're not thinking about like the big picture, right?
Mhm.
Because if they were thinking about the big picture, they would probably not act that way.
Right, it wouldn't even matter.
Right. But um yeah, I just feel like people gotta like wake up and realize like tomorrow isn't always promised. And honestly, what did that for me was um my mom having cancer because I didn't like when Mother's Day would come around, I kind of found myself like don't get me wrong, I would do nice things for her and all that, but for some reason I always felt like, well, there's always going to be another Mother's Day where I can do this,
Mm-hmm.
or and like I wouldn't give Mother's Day the appreciation that it
Hmm.
deserved. And then when my mom got sick, I never knew if I'd have another Mother's Day with her.
Right.
And I don't know if I would have um appreciated every day like that if it
Hmm.
wasn't for her getting sick.
Wow.
But um that's definitely where it comes from, because like I really do my best to like every time I see my mom just like I just I just want to be so happy that she's there, you know.
Wow. You're gonna make me tear up and cry and stuff. Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to.
No, you're fine, but that's a beautiful testimony. Like, you know, a lot of people can't admit things, and take accountability for not saying you were wrong for the
Hmm.
statement you made, but
Hmm. No, I
most
was.
people still won't, even after that,
Hmm.
make a change. And that's so big, and I'm happy that you did, because that shows exactly who you are as a person. Like intent is always important. Like
Yeah.
that's just beautiful, man. That is
Don't
beautiful.
cry.
I'm
Don't
I'm
cry.
okay. I'm
Well, we
okay.
got a chipmunk store to get to. You can't have you crying and shit.
Okay, I'm not gonna cry. But that was very beautiful, and I appreciate you sharing that with me.
Of course. Yeah. Um.
And I pray that your mom is well and she continues to get stronger.
Yeah. No, she's a badass. She's not going out. Nah. Yeah.
That's a
Um.
good thing to say.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Just I I didn't realize that I was treating time like it was limitless until that,
Yeah.
like I don't know, like the idea of like procrastinating things you want to do,
Hmm.
like d- you ever never mind, I mean, I know you've felt this, everybody's felt this, but let's say like a deadline comes out of nowhere
Yeah.
and you always ask you always ask yourself like, why didn't I know about this ahead of time? I would have planned for it. I would have did this and that and
Mhm.
this and that, right? But for some reason, it takes a deadline for people to be prepared in the first place.
Yeah.
Something shouldn't have to end for you to be ready for it to end.
Right.
You know?
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I guess I just instead of because I mean it's something I struggle with too. Like it's not just like I'm not trying to sound like I'm like perfect or whatever,
Mm.
but what I did is I just started telling myself like every day is the deadline, you know,
Yeah. Hmm.
and it helped. It helped a lot.
Definitely. We have that in common. I that didn't not no story like that. I'm not even gonna compare anything to that, but my career, like stopping for the time that I did, putting all myself into a relationship, like I would sit there and just feel like time was just passing, passing, passing. I was just like, I cannot sit here and just watch my life
Yeah,
like
just poof.
stuck. Yeah, and it just happened so fast. Like,
Yeah,
man, so I definitely agree with appreciating time like that. Sometimes God will put what you love the most on the other side, like of what you resist the most. And one thing was that I wanted to help every and anybody, and I knew that I could help every and anybody, but I didn't even realize that I needed help myself. Like, so I truly can relate to that. Time is definitely not to be wasted or just you can die any moment. So much things in the world, like you just hear about these kids, these babies dying. Like, come on, like who called that? Like, come on, you can't call things like that. So it's like I definitely agree that time is precious. It's very, very precious.
it's unfortunate that at least in my case and most people's case, it takes some pretty crazy shit for you to like wake up and start appreciating what's around you.
Right.
And I mean that just shouldn't be the case. Like
Hmm.
we shouldn't have to go through some jarring shit to wake up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you should someone shouldn't have to slap you in the face to wake
Right.
you up. You know what I
Right.
mean? Yeah,
It
like your
shouldn't be
eyes
like,
work. Your eyes work.
yeah.
You can open them. But for some reason it's so hard. And I mean that's me too. I didn't open my eyes until like it was I was slapped in the face.
Hmm. Same. I can definitely say that too. Like, mm, especially when you love hard, you gotta
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta, I guess. It's so funny. I'm not gonna say I'm hard headed or I'm
Hmm.
stuck in my ways, but it's like for a long, long time, a lot of people would say, you just gotta figure it out for yourself, don't you? And I just be like, what do you even mean? Like, and now I understand that statement, and it's like I'm not no more. I literally, if it don't feel right, if I pray before everything. So if I don't get nothing back after sending out a prayer, it's dead. I can't even give it any type of, because you get feelings for a reason. You don't sit there and argue with yourself, oh, I shouldn't do this, oh, I shouldn't, not for no reason. Like,
Right.
those are the signs, those are the signals. Like, if you're
Yeah.
ever contemplating, like, don't miss it, because you might not get another chance. And that's one thing I started, like you said, you might not ever get another chance. And that's important to hold with you, because then you'll start living so, and you won't live without regret at that.
Right. 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 Yeah, like yeah, I mean, I don't mean to like think almost like worst case scenario, but a lot of people that lose somebody,
Hmm.
when they lose them, it's like they have like a list of things that they wish they said, you know.
Yeah. Excuse me.
And like I mean, it's the same point as that I was making before with the deadline. Like
Yeah.
the deadline shouldn't pop up for you to be like taking it serious, you know?
Right.
Like, I don't know. I mean, it's fascinating how people really don't take anything serious until it's almost over. You know,
It
like
doesn't crazy. It's
y-
actually really crazy.
yeah, and then I mean, relationships like that's where it gets even crazier because like you don't we, everybody subconsciously, whether they know it or not, they become accustomed to their surroundings and the people they deal with on a daily basis. So the
Yeah.
same way you can be accustomed, like what we said earlier, to someone being hurtful, and now you think that, you know, being treated that way is normal. It's the same. Like
Yeah.
there are so many people that take for granted all the nice people in their life. You know.
Because I've always been, I guess, at the short end of the stick with relationships. I've always been that everything. Like, I'm not even trying to toot my own horn, but I've never gotten a bad
Toot
response.
that shit.
I've
Toot
never
toot.
gotten a bad response. You're
Bro, that horn is there for a reason. What the fuck?
hilarious. But
You said
I've never gotten. Now, I've had some bitter guys like after everything ended and they were just
yeah,
like whatever, but while they were with me, I've never got a complaint.
yeah.
Well, unless they're controlling and narcissistic and just think that you're being disrespectful because they can yell at you and you don't want
Right,
to.
right, right. And you don't
I'm
take their
just
shit.
saying,
Yeah, fuck
but
that.
I can definitely I can relate to that in a like family way. Like for years, like I just my brothers are always been protective over me. So like when I was like going through and they weren't, it was so hard for them to help me because they knew, once I love something, I'm right there. So we became distance and my brothers were like everything to me. And like so I can relate to that, like losing there. But now that I'm living with them, it's just like, oh God, y'all are so annoying. Like
Yeah.
nah, but nah, I can relate to that in that type of way. Because I treat people how I want to be treated. Like, I've never, if I hurt somebody, honestly, it was because they took something I did the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I never had intent to hurt anybody ever in my life. Like, as much as I was like, oh, I want to get revenge on you,
Yeah.
I just, like, I'm going to cry in the car. I'm going to
Yeah.
just, I'm going to just go cry about it. But, you know, and And that's okay too. Sometimes you got to go through things like that to learn yourself too, to get to know yourself and get to know ways you don't like, and I coming out of that, I didn't like the fact that I was okay with putting myself in situations like that. And I used to
Yeah.
talk to myself like, you ain't going to do that again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it's okay. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And you just gotta keep going. I'm sure you're gonna meet somebody way more amazinger, if that's the word.
I just I guess the way I think about it now is like you know, you I know it sounds simple and
Hmm.
probably sounds too simple, but the way I genuinely think about it, and I ask myself this all the time, okay?
Okay.
I ask myself if this is actually beneficial, okay? And
Yeah.
I ask that, like I said, with absolutely everything. So if it's a friendship, I write down the bad things, okay?
Pros and
And right, and there's like a certain algorithm to it for me, I guess. Like like I don't settle with it being even. Okay, let's say there's 8 things that I don't like and there's 8 things that I do like and they even each other out and it's now it's neutral.
mm-hmm.
like I don't settle for neutral.
Got
Um, like it has to be more positive than it is negative
Mm-hmm.
for it to be worth it, because like I said, like time is of the essence,
Ooh.
you know. And much like, I feel like the people that deal with those negative relationships are the people that are giving that other person, respect that
Mm.
they don't deserve, you know,
Yeah.
because letting someone disrespect you isn't you respecting them.
Yeah. I had to learn that one.
Yeah.
That is true. That is very true.
I love stuff like this, dude. I love it. It's it's how I am. Like I love just thinking.
It's
It's fun.
therapeutic. It's very therapeutic. You don't never know what your mind is so big, like
Right.
you have so
There's so
many thoughts.
much.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta let it out so you can be clear, with where
Right.
you want to go.
Yeah.
It's definitely good. I really enjoy things like this too. Just talking and being around other other beings like myself. And I don't mean that like we totally the same, but you're genuine and I can tell that from just the past conversations we had. It was just it makes me want to talk and keep talking like so just yeah, I know that God is going to bless you in a way. If He hasn't already, I'm sure He has, but I know He has something very big in store for you. Like I can tell because you're very woke. As much as you don't think you, or I don't know if you think you are or not, but I think you're very there. You're very into like you're very on point.
Yeah.
On, you're right there.
I I'm flattered. I super I really appreciate that.
No.
And I mean, no shit, there's a lot in the store. We got a whole chipmunk tour. We got
And you really think so? What you trying to say? You think I sound like a chipmunk? That's what
no.
you say. You think
No, no,
on
I think you could be Queen Omara the chipmunk. You don't have to sound like one. I mean, you know how that shit works. They just put the voice over
right
them.
in
You
the
could you
voice,
could you could be a big ass chipmunk.
right?
You could just be the chipmunk that doesn't sound like a squeaker.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then I'll just be the dude in the tour bus.
Right. Three little birds sat on my window.
Yep.
Oh man, definitely taking you on tour. Okay, you said it.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready, dude. I told you. Road trip.
You said it. So when you get that invite, oh, Queen Omara is going on a world.
Hell yeah. Hell, dude, I will be the best hype man ever. Swear.
Oh man, I can see
Dude, I'm gonna have a Queen Omara fancy towel t-shirt.
that. No way. No way. I'm gonna have to get one to match you.
Yes. Yeah, I'll buy myself a fancy towel.
I'm gonna have to have off nights on mine.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we gotta
Bet.
support the movements. I was just
Mm-mm.
thinking about that. Like, that was some clever shit. This man came up with this clever ass. Just sitting here thinking about the name
Yeah.
before the. I was like, wow.
That goes hard, huh?
Yeah, it does. Even
Yeah.
even with like how you got it with the lights that like look like no offense, but you know how like most nightclubs have this
Yeah,
type
yeah, 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 yep, yep.
of glowy lights. So
Hmm.
it
No,
was very
that was the vibe I was going for. I was going. Uh, I really like Miami Vice type
oh
aesthetic.
okay. See you with the blue.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
blue and pink,
okay.
blue and pink,
Yeah,
kind of nightlife looking. Yeah, Yeah.
You did
Uh,
that.
it's yeah, it's probably my favorite aesthetic. It's probably why I went that way. Um, and I designed that myself too. Like all this stuff, I did it myself.
All by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I don't know. I always feel weird, like,
See, I'm not even shocked because you just be coming out of you just be having all of the ideas. Like, please, you got all of your man.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
You
like
made me feel
genuine.
like I ain't doing nothing.
No, you're doing, bro. I told you our schedule is full after this. Okay, we have a lot.
Really?
Yeah, you know how many places you go on a tour?
Thinking for your podcast. I'm like, y'all really got all these people. Go ahead.
No, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna keep doing the podcast. I don't know. I mean, it. Like I said, to
You
me,
don't know.
it's about the guest. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not just gonna have like anybody on. You
Hmm.
know, it has to make sense. And I'm not saying like like I have this requirement, but
Right.
like if I have no clue,
Hmm.
eh, maybe about like your industry or your profession, like it just doesn't make sense. It's not going to be a good podcast.
Right, right. Because they won't really, they probably couldn't relate to what you would.
Right. And how am I going to ask the right questions, you know?
Right, right.
Whereas with music, and I mean, I told you this before, but it made a lot of sense for me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What you should continue to do. And yeah, I'll be waiting on your album. I'm gonna be one of them fans knocking on your hello,
Yeah.
it's me again.
Ew.
Where's
I,
the
I love that.
album?
I love that.
Seriously, I'm one of those. I'll be in J. Cole DMs like, so you said what you said, right? He probably like, this girl my DM again. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. It's her fifth account.
Is it right? Right. I tried to get her. I don't know what happened. Man,
Yeah. No,
really.
for those listening, I'll put a link in the description. She does her own life on the mic thing on the weekends.
Yes. What
Hey,
doing
y'all,
one day?
yeah, y'all gotta hold her accountable with me, bro. She said I'd go. She said I'd be a guest. So
And you would definitely be, yes, as long as you show your face next time.
okay, I gotta get a face cam.
So y'all hold him accountable with me too.
Okay, bet.
Oh man.
Well, so after the Chipmunk tour, what's next on Queen Omara's schedule?
Honestly, Sagna, I've been working on this EP. I've been producing myself. It's ooh. I wanted to be out by my birthday, which is in August.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just keep working towards that. It's just gonna be like 5, 6 songs, and it's just really gonna tell me coming off a label, how it was being on the label and just traumatic things that I've gone through dealing with somebody that I work with.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted to be so real and raw, and it is because I already have like one song finished and
Mm-hmm.
I'm so blunt. It's just so crazy. Like
Yeah.
I just hope he don't listen to it because he's
Yeah.
gonna be so hurt.
Bro.
He's
Yo.
like, she out here just saying, yeah, it's
No,
gonna
yeah,
be
no, fuck that guy. What the fuck? Yeah, why do we care about his feelings?
like.
Ain't no way.
Nah, I don't. I don't. But I'm just like,
Nah, we'll find out where he works and have them play the song in the store or some shit.
right, mm, right, and he will really be hurt. But I have my candles. I have I'm doing a giveaway at the end of actually from the 25th to the 31st. So I'm gonna be giving away some candles. Really, I just want to keep it up, keep the momentum, do more open mics and shows in the area, get, recognized in the area,
Mm-hmm.
and just do what I do best, entertain. I think I'm a great entertainer and I just want to keep striving. I've been on a break for too long and I'm just ready to soar.
Yeah, yeah. Don't get stuck like for example, I mean, I'm speaking from experience, okay? And I don't mean to go on a side tangent, but so you know how people they hate when someone's being hypocritical, right? They're saying don't
Yes.
do something that they're doing. In my opinion, I actually don't mind it
Right.
because like for example, if someone that's done every drug imaginable is telling you not to do drugs, um you can call them a hypocrite,
Yeah,
but I call them an expert, an expert in that area. Okay, if anyone's gonna know, it's that
definitely.
guy. That that guy has all the inside information. Okay, the
Right.
chick at school giving you an assembly, nothing on that guy.
Nothing.
And so I guess, yeah. So anyway, the reason I said that is I'm gonna be hypocritical,
Mm,
but because it applies to me too. But the point is because it's hypocritical is why I can say it.
mm,
Okay. Um I I always knew that my music was good. And I always knew that it would do good and that, like I would compare my music to other music that's out there that's successful,
mhm,
and I know that I could match or supersede, you know, that music.
mm.
And so I don't know if you find yourself thinking in the same way, but when you're confident like that and you're just the success is going to come,
Yeah.
um just don't get stuck in a spot where you're just like you're waiting for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta you gotta go and grab it. Nobody's like too good for success. You
Nah.
know, like
Yeah.
you can't just be waiting for success to knock on your door. That is the
Right.
most
No one's
that is
coming.
the most yeah that is the most egotistical shit ever. I'm gonna just wait for this money.
Right. Just
Get like
come.
like what? Yeah. No. People are just gonna yeah. That's crazy. But
And that's the most realest shit I've heard ever. Like, I used to be like that. I used to be like, yeah, somebody's gonna,
yeah.
nothing but trouble.
Right. So just you just go do it
Yeah.
like for real. That's I don't know. So don't get me wrong, like, you know, I'm lazy too. Like I'm not I don't just go and do everything like
You're
but
lazy. I just imagine what I am.
okay, but like uh I mean obviously I'm pretty good at like actually executing the things I want to do.
Mm,
Um, like for example, I'm not artistically gifted at all. And it's not like I could just up and design all this stuff that I did. Like I told myself I'm gonna try really, really hard and
mhm.
focus on it. And I did. I literally would design 20 different things every day for half a year. And
Oh,
I had it on my phone. I had a app where it was like a daily I don't even know, like a list checker type thing.
yeah.
And so anyway, the point is you put like different things you have to do, but I didn't do that. I just put 1, 2, 3, and I would click the box throughout the day whenever I would design something.
And it was you started small, and it
Right.
eventually, yeah.
Yeah. So I just yeah, don't get me wrong. I love thinking. Okay, thinking about stuff
Mhm.
is great, but doing
Yeah,
stuff is equally as great. You know what I mean? If you just sit there thinking, like your brain is doing all this running and jogging, but your
yeah.
feet are doing a lot
Ain't
of just
doing
standing there.
nothing. Just sitting there.
Right, right. You feel exhausted. You haven't gone anywhere.
Nowhere. Wow, that's crazy. Cause that happens to a lot of people,
Right,
and they actually think that it's work. They actually
right,
think that they're doing
right.
something. And it took me to learn, like, you don't never want to talk too good.
Yeah.
It don't match up with what you do. So I used to get really like playing the guitar.
Hmm.
People used to slam me. You don't play the guitar. You just pluck the strings. Oh, excuse me. So you know what I did? I learned. I
I
learned
learned
to.
how to pluck them strings.
I learned to play, and now it's like. And then with beats and production, people were like, "You weren't producing." Now I'm like, "Shut up."
Yeah, now you're like, y'all see this towel on my head?
You see that? You
Bro,
hear that?
bro.
You
Yeah,
hear that? 808. You don't.
bro.
This bass will knock your
Yeah.
socks off. It's like
Yeah, this nose ring was like $1,000, bitch.
not really. It was
I'm
like
kidding. I'm kidding.
I was about to say, wait a minute, hold on. I am balling on a budget. Hold on. Don't put me out there so they try to rob me. Give me all you do. I'm gonna say take it. I can
we're,
get
we're,
robbed.
we're gonna do a collab song called Nose Ring.
I like it. I like it.
Hmm. Yeah, yo, I was gonna bring that up to you. We should totally do. I mean, look, I've never had TikTok, but like I've seen people like show me they do like the little duet thing. That'd be
Yeah.
fun. We should totally do that.
You. What is your TikTok? I'm about to add you
I
right
don't
now.
have one. I told you I've never had one.
I thought the last time we talked, you said
Nah.
when I was creating my first account on Discord, I thought we had a pact.
Oh,
I thought you was gonna get the TikTok. I thought we was exchanging.
okay. I'll make one. I'll
Oh
make one.
man, yes, make one and send it to me. Matter of fact, hold on.
I
Let me.
was thinking, I was thinking, and I was just gonna post it on Instagram or something.
Oh, well, yeah, you could do that. I don't think I can. Can I do edit on there? I'm not sure.
I mean, I could. I mean, what we could do is we could have okay, like we make the video and then we just both post it and tag each other.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that works. Since you don't want to get a TikTok.
No,
Hmm.
look, if I'm doing a duet with the Queen Omara, okay, I'm not doing it on a TikTok with 0 followers. I'm gonna do it on my
Okay,
Instagram where I got a hella people and everybody can hear how awesome you are.
and you too, because listen, I might gotta go talk to my coach again. Let me get a session because I, it's
I,
okay though. You don't gotta create a TikTok. I'm gonna deactivate my Discord
yeah,
right when we
yeah.
stop again.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, I'll make one. I'll make one. I promise.
Playing. Unless you really want to. I will follow you.
I know you, and I'll follow you too. Even though I mean, I'm literally the only reason I'd make it is to follow you, and then I
Oh,
wouldn't check it again.
oh, I think a lot of people will love you on there. Trust me. Especially, oh my goodness. But definitely. Oh yeah, I would definitely be down to do that. And I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna do this. Because I mean, I don't know how to work this. So like if I was to do the podcast on here, it's like it's too
I
much.
got you. I
But
got you.
I think what we can do because I just did this the other day. Either we can, but then it's like, what about audio? Like, I'm still trying to figure this out.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can. I mean, look, it takes two to tango, bro.
Yes.
I'm ready. I'm ready. My feet are ready.
I don't know how to tango, but let me
Okay,
get some.
we'll figure it out. I don't. You think I know?
I thought you did.
No,
You know everything.
I know the word tango. That's
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 smart.
about it.
Oh, and also, I wanted to give you this proposition, since I'm
Okay.
getting back into this. If you need someone on your table for your podcast, I will be open to doing more with you. If you interview other people,
Oh,
I
co-host type shit.
yes, I just wanted to offer that to you because I would not mind, doing this often. Like doing the podcast that I've been doing recently, like I'm not saying everybody had their own way, but you were like one of the most genuine. And it's not, I keep saying genuine, but it's like I could have you over with family and eating food, like
Yeah.
type genuine,
Yeah.
like I couldn't invite a lot of people, what I'm saying?
I think-
But like you were somebody I wouldn't mind having around my people, and
Hell yeah.
so, I wanted to propose that to you, just so you're not alone in that either. Like, you got a team member. Hey, uh,
Hell yeah.
so just let me know if you like that idea. I would not mind.
I'm totally down. You know, we gotta dazzle it up a little bit. We gotta get a little Queen Omara up in there.
Just a little sprinkle,
Mm-hmm.
but like
Hell yeah.
Your Honor, he's wrong. The podcast. Oh, sorry, wrong show.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, to be completely candid, I had zero idea like what I wanted it to be like I still hadn't even made up my mind on like if I wanted co-hosts or because don't get me wrong, like I've got friends that are hella funny, like they would totally light it up, but um I don't know how to explain it, like sometimes I guess I'm a little scared that like when what if something's not a joking matter, and then someone gets upset or whatever. Yeah, so I wanted to play it safe, the at least the first time around, see if I can hold my own,
Mhm.
which I hopefully I
think
held
you,
my own.
I think you did
Thank you.
very well.
Well, yeah, you're signed. Welcome. Well,
Yes, I got
welcome to,
you, guys.
yeah, let's go. Welcome to Chipmunk Entertainment.
Okay, can we start with the chipmunk
Yeah.
though? Girl? I start
We'll stop when I forget.
getting okay.
well, I've already forgot about the time zone shit. I'll forget about this chipmunk shit. Don't worry.
Oh man. Oh, that's another thing.
Yeah, I totally forgot that was a thing until you said it.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, now, bro, our schedule is packed now, dude. Family dinner, podcasts. Let's go, dude.
What you mean?
Bro,
Road trip,
bro,
all of
yo,
that. Or
we're gonna have matching fucking hair towels.
yeah,
They are not ready.
you are? You gonna get one?
Oh, yeah.
No way. But I sent you my personal cell so that way you can directly contact me because I'm not gonna lie, my business cell, if I'm not on my phone, I don't see nothing. So now you
Yeah.
have my direct contact, so I sent
Okay.
that just so you know we are locked in. Because
Okay. We're locked in.
if I don't know the number, I do
Mhm.
not answer it.
Okay. Yeah, the tango is ready to tango. Let's go.
Indeed, indeed.
um, well, okay. I'll just text her right now before I forget
Okay.
because that's probably the thing I'm best at.
Yeah, we wasn't gonna say nothing, Jake, but sorry, say no. See, Craig over here not saying one word.
Yeah. Why you gotta bring Craig into it, bro?
He's like, I'm not in this.
Bro, homie's just judging me. Look at his face.
Right.
Just
He just
he's just staring and shit. Why, bro? Why did they design his face like that? Like, did they
wow.
they made him sound creepy and look creepy. You are not telling me that's a coincidence.
No way.
Bro, no. No, I guarantee the people that make that get their own links of the audio and save that shit.
Know it. You know it.
Oh
You
shit.
know it.
They're just gonna have the voice.
Voice. The voice.
The voice.
The voice. Let me stop. See, you look what you do. Look what you do.
Yo, is it just me or do you miss Adam Levine on there too?
I ain't even gonna talk about it. I don't even watch that show no more ever since he left.
He was my
Everything I love.
dude. Him and Blake and
Uh,
their, you know
oh
what I
my
mean? It carried the
God.
show. It
It
carried the show.
They were perfect.
They
They were
literally, like, that was the prime. That was the prime of the voice. And don't get me wrong, like Blake still does his thing.
like,
Um, but yeah, no, I stopped watching it after Adam left too. Um,
I really have not watched this instance, so I don't even know who's. I know isn't Ariana Grande now?
yeah, yeah.
I think.
That's and then I think it's Kelly Clarkson.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah,
I forget the fourth, but yeah.
yeah. I'm not. I don't even watch it no more, so I can't. Don't even quote me because I have it. Dude, I don't know Elmo. I don't know. Shoot,
Elmo.
but wow, Chipmunk. Is that what? That's wow. Okay. Okay. All right, Craig. Oh,
Oh,
that's what I'm gonna call you now.
okay, damn. And you got a profile pic for me too. Look at that. Look at that creepy motherfucker.
Yo, you're too funny. I know you've been seeing like the fire. Like I have a candle right here. I just been sitting next to. It's my light.
Oh yeah, I thought someone was looking for you. Okay.
Whatever. Whatever. Oh man. Oh man. Is Jake short for something?
Yeah, yeah.
Jacob?
Yeah, but it's spelled weird. So I go
How?
by Jakeb. So it's literally Jake with a B at the end. And so that
Ah,
way, yeah, so that way people don't misspell it, or I make it
that's
easy on other people.
that is nice. I've never seen it spelled that way.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've asked my mom a few times, like, what what was the plan there, dude? Like,
Hey, my listen for the records. My first name is Laquana Omara. So
yeah, no, Laquana definitely beats my name, dude. My
Jacob
shit,
with a B. Your name comes
bro,
out of the freaking. But don't talk.
bro,
Don't
bro,
talk to me no more. You got a
bro.
whole. You
Nah,
got
they
a whole
probably
name
she
out of the.
probably she probably said my name was Jake and they misspelled it, and now my name is Jake B. It was the first typo before fucking phones and shit.
Oh man. Stop, stop. That is not funny. She did that intentional. It's like I want you to be different.
Bro, you're telling me You're telling me a girl, she's pregnant and going through pregnancy, and you want me to think that she spelled my name right? Yo, ain't no way, bro. She's not thinking about my name. She's just trying to recover.
Oh man. Oh man. You were too funny,
That
man.
was probably the first letter of my middle name, and she just
No,
put a B on it.
you're gonna encourage me to
Bro, my
no.
middle name was like fucking Byron or some shit.
What is your middle name?
Robert.
That is nowhere close to a B.
I
A
know, but
little teeny bit.
I mean,
That was not a
no, no,
mistake.
nah. Bro, she's like, okay, well now I'm fucking stuck with this Jacob shit. I gotta, I gotta get it now. Okay, what sounds good in between?
You're too funny. Oh, that's what I'm gonna call you, Robert. Robert. Oh no, Jacob Robert. Jacob.
Yeah,
Nice though. That's
I
a
know.
designer name.
She
Your,
thought about it.
your name itself can be a designer. Like, look at it. Look how it's spelled. It don't matter what it sound like. Look at it. It looks so unique.
I never even thought about it like that, but that's a dope idea.
Man, Jacob Roberts. Ooh.
Ooh.
That is a nice ring to it.
Thank you, thank you,
You're welcome.
bruh. Yeah, no, we about to take over the world, dude.
Aren't we?
Yeah, yeah, and
You
we're walking out with your candles and shit, like straight up cult style.
period.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, you gotta like send me one, so that way
I do.
so
Okay,
I can,
definitely. Let me. I've
I
been
got,
trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Like, so many people I'm supposed to send candles just to like just send them. I'm really just trying to figure out how to do them though in a smart way where it's not gonna like cost me $5 million. But yeah, definitely, I would definitely send you some. You gotta tell me if you go to my website by any chance. Just tell me which ones look the most intriguing to you, and then I'll
I'm
sit.
the dude. I want the Queen Omara special. Okay, that's what I want.
I have
I
some
want.
seasonal smells coming out. Like I have a sea moss and sage one. And
I
hold on.
mean, look, I'm hyped if you're hyped. Okay.
Yes, indeed. But I'm definitely definitely I'm ready. I'm ready to take off. I'm ready to work, do what I do.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's the takeover.
It's the takeover. That's what I like that. Takeover. That's what I mean the name of
Yeah.
the next album.
Yeah, the album.
Your album, the one that we're gonna be
I'm gonna
expecting.
do it. Yeah, oh, nah, we're gonna do it together, bro.
Oh, definitely we gotta do a song together since I'm making the beats. So we ain't gotta go look for them.
Yeah.
You gotta send me some of your songs or your
Okay.
music so I
I
know
can.
style.
Okay. I can. Yeah.
You just gave me a sample. I was like, what this is? You was like,
Yeah.
you go to the restaurant, they give you
Yeah.
the little hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah, yeah, the little fucking cube of cheese.
What is
And
this?
bro, they think that what the cheese is just gonna sell me? Yeah, give me more blocks of cheese.
I need all of this.
Like
I'm
what?
hungry.
Who eats one block of cheeses and thinks like, just let me get
One
more cheese?
cracker and one grape.
Right? We're like, what, dude? I eat one grape and I'm good. I don't want grape. I just have my grape for the day.
Dude, I'd be like, I'm on the as soon as I take a bite, I'm gonna be like, what are the ones at?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, 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 yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, samples. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't exist if they didn't work.
yeah,
Okay, but
right.
I don't know. I've never seen anybody eat a fucking cube of cheese and say, "Give me more." Well, give me the bag of cube cheese. Like what?
Right. Right.
Don't get me wrong, like you eat a little thing of like the cheesecake, and now you're like, damn, I gotta get the whole cheesecake. But
But
that
yeah,
shit, bro, that shit does not work with fucking grapes.
but crackers.
You eat a cracker and you're like, give me the whole thing.
Yeah, I like crackers.
Wait, say crackers again.
No, I'm not. I'm not because I don't know why you want me to
Yeah,
say it.
he said, I like crackers.
No, I didn't say it like that. Thank you.
Crackers.
So now, oh, so now I do sound like a chipmunk, huh?
oh, oh, yeah.
Whatever. Oh man, good times, good vibes. You're definitely, Reed's definitely about to make a movement out of this.
Hell
You
yeah, the takeover.
already created the lane, and I'm just,
Yeah,
you know,
hell yeah. Drive down the road, dude.
zoom, move, damn, beep, beep. So, but definitely good vibes. And I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna do this. If anything, shoot, I might be in Colorado. I don't know. Might just
Hell yeah. Fuck
like
it.
surprising Jake, and this is
Dude.
so he doesn't know, but I'm here. Don't know where to go, but if anybody knows Jake, would it be? I'm looking for him.
If anyone knows that kid that can't spell his own name.
I, I did not say.
Oh, yeah. But
Oh, so that's why I gotta call you either Craig or Robert, because now
yeah.
I gonna say I can't spell or you can't spell.
No, yeah, no, for sure. We gotta, man, we gotta get yeah, we have a lot. We have a lot. Like, I don't know how they design tour buses and shit, but I can only imagine there's only a few like chipmunk tour buses out there.
You would- All right. I see you. I see you.
Yeah, I
Okay.
love it, bro. I
Uh-huh.
love that face of just realization, like this. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh man, that reminds me. Like I'm such an asshole sometimes. Like I remember one time, I forget what it was. Like someone asked me if I go to school, and I was like 15.
Which? Oh,
No,
that's
I was like 15. They asked me
oh.
if I go to school, and I'm like, I literally thought it was like the dumbest question ever. So I start telling them like that I go to like a hobbit school where
Mm,
it's like underground, and what they do is like, so it's supposed to be like a covert ops type of school where yeah, like all of a sudden the hill is up there and then it's not. Yeah.
you probably have people, kids, just
Yeah,
like, what? I want to go
yeah,
there too.
no, she thought it was the coolest shit ever.
Really?
Yeah, she's like, bro, I want to go to your school. Okay,
Was
so
your podcast supposed to go to a certain time?
no. I told you I had like nothing in mind. You know, I'm cool with whatever. I don't care if it's a 5 hour episode. I'm chilling. But um I do feel like you kind of you had already started a good ending point when you were talking about your candles and stuff. A-
Yes.
And I think we should go from there because I'll just link everything in the description so that
Okay.
way everything you talk about is just down there. So
Hmm.
yeah, just so you said, yeah, you were talking about candles, and then I said I would link your uh YouTube, the life on the mic thing.
Hmm.
So what
Um,
else?
mm, I mean, that's it. I'm really just. I think I talked about everything. It was fun. I had so much
you. Thank you.